is what I've been trying to fucking talk about for about, I don't know,
5 minutes?
something like that.
Okay.
Mother's Day.
Mother's Day. It is Mother's Day today.
Andrew,
Yes.
tell me the coolest story about your mom.
Let's see.
Well, I hope your mom isn't listening. She's like, what's taking him so long?
Well, you asked me for the coolest.
You know what?
You asked me for the coolest.
Okay,
why
that's
why
fair.
did you pose this question last night so we at least had enough time to think about it?
Right.
And just
I
throw
mean,
that on.
my
out
mom
there.
has been my mom for 37
You
years.
said we were
Yes, and Mother's Day's been coming since last Mother's Day. Which
You said we
meant
were going
that
to do
knowing
something
that-
completely different, and I thought we were all on board.
What? Oh, what? That I was just going to throw your mama jokes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's
Yes.
hey, everybody came in. We're talking about your fucking hair and all this other shit, and I was like,
You're
okay,
trying to
well,
do
why
something
stop
positive.
there?
maybe they're not feeling it. And I'm like, okay, well,
Dude, we're feeling it. We're feeling the mama's
all right,
jokes.
So we're out of the your mama jokes.
I mean,
okay.
I've
yeah.
already done Warren Diana and
Oh.
my mom, and
That's what
You've already done your mom? What?
Oh,
do not go put words in my mouth.
Niall just
What
put
kind of
other
words?
things there.
Dick.
Okay, all right. So, honestly, the thing is, my mom and I didn't really go out and do a lot of really cool shit as a kid. I would say the coolest shit that she ever took me to was like Smurfs on Ice.
Right.
Back at the old Kiel the old Kiel Auditorium.
Okay.
That was pretty cool. But for me, honestly, some of my best memories are when we were up late on a Friday or Saturday night, just, smoking a cigarette, drinking a beer, and we just play rummy for like 3 hours. And we just shoot the shit, or we play Yahtzee, and just playing fucking board games was just some of the coolest times I ever had the chance to spend with her. Because we'd get the chance to chat. We'd talk about a whole bunch of different topics, about her, about me, and just having more than just a... because face it, fathers and sons are very, very close. Mothers and sons, your mom.
That's a special bond.
It's a special bond.
That doesn't get trumped by much.
No, especially Donald Trump.
Right.
But yeah, I would say that's probably the coolest story that I have about my own mom. Is just that time I got to spend with her. Late nights and the weekends where she'd let me stay up, or when she would give me a quote unquote mental health day and let me skip school for a day, and she'd be
Nice.
like, "Yeah, Andy's not feeling so good. Yeah, we're gonna keep him out of school," and then we'd just like puddle around the house and eat homemade hamburgers and shit like that, which was really cool shit.
That's pretty awesome.
Can I throw out a story about my wife? Even though she's not my mom, she's my
She's your baby's mom.
she's my baby's mom.
Yeah,
Exactly.
there you go. Okay.
Coolest story I've got about her was the first birthday I ever spent with her. She, I used to love the original runts with the cherries, the limes, the oranges, the strawberries, and the bananas.
Right.
The current runts don't have the don't have the strawberry, don't have the cherries and the limes anymore.
I have always hated runts.
I love runts, but I always loved my two favorite flavors were the cherries and the limes,
Right.
specifically. So my wife bought like 6 or 7 of those like dollar huge boxes of runts and separated all of the flavors
Wow.
into individual baggies
That's love.
and had to fend off her dad, her mother-in-law, her mother-in-law's her mother-in-law's daughter, her daughter's like 2 kids, and the baby daddy, whatever the hell he was, and had to like fend all of them off from eating the candy that was specifically for me.
Wow.
And she did that for me. First birthday that we ever spent together, and then we got to go to a blues exhibition game in Kansas City when we were living there. The first season at the Nashville Predators, and by the way, the Nashville Predators have now been around for 17 years. 18 years now. Just to put that out there. So that is the coolest story I've got about my wife, because it took her a lot of time, it was a lot of thought, and I loved runts that much.
Well, you know what? That's bravo. That's kudos stuff. I like that. Yeah. I just blew your eardrums out.
Yeah, she did.
Yes, I did.
Not the first time. Oh, and there's your wife with the boobs.
Wait, what? There it is. And that's Lori, another mom.
Yeah.
Yeah. Happy Mother's Day,
Yeah.
Lori, Tanya.
Yeah.
Happy Mother's Day.
All big booby chicks. Happy Mother's Day.
Before I forget, because
Yes.
I'm scatterbrained, I want to send out Happy Mother's Day wishes to a lot of moms that I know, and I know that I'm going to forget some names. Okay, so first and foremost, my wife Tanya, Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to Mama Deb. My cool mama's one of my cool mom's day stories is actually about her. Happy Mother's Day to all of the moms on my Facebook. Crystal, Anne. I'm having a brain fart. You know what? Just Happy Mother's Day, ladies. Happy Mother's Day. I can't remember who all's got kids. Some of these ladies I haven't seen in forever. So, and Diana. And Happy Mother's Day, Diana.
Yes. Happy Mother's Day.
Phil
Diana.
was trying to stare a hole in my forehead. I was like, and I'm totally forgetting everybody. And Patty, you know what? Happy Mother's Day to Patty as well. I don't know if she's listening. Probably not. But
No, but I will convey your wishes.
Tell her I said it. Okay. So, cool. You know what? Cool Mother's Day stories before I tell mine?
My mom growing up, because she was a single mother, her and my dad divorced when I was 6. And my dad ended up moving out of state. Because of that, my mother felt that she needed to fulfill the male role.
Right.
So once a year, she would actually take me out, and we would go out, get fishing permits, and she would take me out fishing.
Nice.
Typically, Andrew, I'm sure you're familiar with January Wabash.
Yes.
Okay. We used to go up there, and we would take, of course, fishing poles and such, and we would also take bread to feed the ducks.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one of my fondest memories.
Okay.
Nice.
Very cool.
I think that's a classic example of moms knowing all around what their kids need, and dads kind of really just invested in just getting the bare essentials done. Moms like pretty much hold it all together. They handle the education, the medicine, the day-to-day flotsam, all that kind of stuff. Dads are just kind of there for like air support.
And money.
and yeah, right.
Yeah,
air support and financial backing is and that sounds semi-sexist to say, because there are definitely a lot of ladies, far too many if you ask me, that are out there doing it on their own because somebody didn't really step up to the plate and handle the responsibility of someone in something that they assisted to create. This is that's wrong. That's definitely lame. So kudos to all the moms out there that are being dads too. And,
I agree.
And please forgive my sexual or sexist connotation of that, rather I'm just using general, generic, easily understood and definable terms. That's probably the quickest disclaimer I've ever spit out in my life. My cool mom story. First, I'd like to tell the one about my Mama Deb. Mama Deb, absolutely awesome. I hope that she hears this and knows that I sent her out the Happy Mother's Day shout out. She gave me a truck.
She gave you a truck?
She gave me a truck.
That's
you
cool.
remember the red truck that I had before this one?
Yes.
Okay. She gave me that.
Wow.
Period. Like, hooked it up. Okay. I had no vehicle. Had just bought a vehicle that pretty much like shot the crap like after 3 months. If that. Needing to get back to work, back and forth to work, needing to, just basically get around, needing to run my business.
Mm-hmm.
And she saw to it that wasn't an issue for a time, and literally just gave no thought to it. And if that's some mama shit, I don't know what it is.
Right.
Okay. I won't say that I have a cool story about my mom.
Mm-hmm.
I will say that I have a funny one.
Okay.
So I have this friend named Joe. Okay. Joe staying over at my house one night, yada yada. We are out one night messing around with these 2 girls from the neighborhood. Michelle and Angie, I think. We're like a street over, okay? And we live in a housing project, so you can kind of tell, kind of get a mental layout of everything going on, okay? And there's a golf course in between these 2 distinct housing projects, the one where the girls lived and the one where I lived. Phil, I know you know where I'm talking about, the Legacy.
Yes.
Okay, so we had been trying to talk my mom into letting us go back out to go over to this neighborhood to, talk to these girls, because we're like, we're thinking in the back of our heads that we're going to get laid. That's basically the nuts and bolts of it. And so we're thinking we're going to get laid.
Was this that night that we were walking around looking for?
No. That was a totally different shiftless night that we were out on some bullshit. No.
Just walking around trying to find a house that's across town.
Yes. We got okie doked. Anyway, Joe and I, we finally convinced my mom to go out, and she's like, you can go out, but I want you to pick up a box of cereal from the grocery store, which was about a block in the opposite direction of where we were going. Okay. And she's like, I want you to pick up a bowl of cereal, or box of cereal, bring it back when you come back.
Okay.
We're thinking, shit, if that's all we got to do, awesome. So off we go. All right. We go to Leroy's. We pick up this box of Cinnamon Toast Crunch, and then we begin walking over to the housing project where these girls are. Okay. Now, as we're walking down the street, and the street we're walking down is a one-way, like one way in, one way out. Okay. It's not a through street. We are walking down the street, and there's this huge mob of people. I mean, I'm telling you, there's probably between 50 and 75 people out here. They're out in the street, and there is obviously a fight going on in the midst of this crowd.
Cool.
So, me and Joe, being two, and not being exactly two bigger guys, decide we want to avoid this bullshit altogether, so we skulk off to the side to the shadows, okay, to avoid this mob as we get closer to these girls' apartment. Okay.
So I guess that shouldn't have been too difficult for you.
See? Not even going to dignify that. Moving on. So we're like clinging to the fence line at the outside perimeter of this housing project as we skulk up to these girls' apartment. And as we get up to the girls' apartment, they open up the door, and we're just kind of talking to them on the porch and everything, because they were home alone and couldn't let boys in, and we're trying to be suave enough to get them to let us in. And probably about 100 feet to our right, there's this mob action going on. These two people are fighting, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, we hear pop, pop, pop.
Shit!
Unmistakable sound of gunshots. Okay, my blackness took over, and I immediately beat feet. I was gone, like out. Like at this point, getting laid is no more longer important. You chicks are right here in front of your door. You can just kind of duck inside. We've still got like a block and a half to cover, and it's not like, the quickest way out is to head in the direction of the mob. So we're like, oh no, this isn't going down. We end up finding this hole in the fence and running across the golf course. Okay, now at this point we are cooking ass, but this box of cereal is slowing me down. I can't swing my arms and shit as fast as I want. So I throw this sumbitch down, and and I'm just gone. Okay. I get back to the house, and I mean, I don't know how Joe was behind me. Not exactly sure, but he was way behind me, because I managed to get to the house and instinctively ran in the house, shut the door, turned around, realized Joe was nowhere to be found.
Oh, God.
I'm like, son of a bitch. I run into the bedroom. I am freaking out. I'm hyperventilating. Mom, this white people are shooting. Ain't gonna kill us. She looks me dead in the face. Now, Joe was with me when I left. I'm telling her Joe's out there. He's probably being murdered. He's been skinned alive, whatever. My mom looks at me and says, where is the cereal? And I looked at her, and for about 10 seconds, I really didn't have an answer. And the doorbell rings, and I open the door, and it's Joe, and he's holding his leg. And he's like, oh, my God, ow, oh, my God, dude, let me in. I let him in. Now I'm freaking out. Joe's been shot. Oh, my God, I know his parents, they don't like me anyway. I'm black. He's going to come up with a fucking bullet in him. Like, there's just no way out of that. I can't convince him white people did this. So I'm wigging, and then Joe just holds up his hand. He's like, I'm just kidding. And then I tried to throat chop him. All while my mom's like, so where's the cereal? True story. She made us go back the fuck out and skulk across Legacy. Now, keep in mind, by this point, now the entire neighborhood is crawling with cops and people, like, trying to make their way to where they're supposed to be without getting caught and whatnot. We are out on the golf course at, like, 10:30, 10:45 at night, looking for a box of Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Did you find the box?
I did